Disclaimer, I do not dislike CinemaSins, and that is not a lie. For our next Everything Wrong with CinemaSins video, I'm going to be seeing a video on Trolls Band Together. Enjoy, everyone.
Comcast.
Pointing things out on the screen.
The DreamWorks Moonchild isn't waving goodbye to Shrek permanently in this scene.
Well, yeah, since the Shrek part of the logo has appeared again in Kung Fu Panda 4, which came out before this video. Also, I'd like to say two things. The first being that the real logo sin is that Poppy is absent here, even though this is a Trolls movie. And the second is that you should have removed a sin for the Boss Baby not being in these logos, as well as Eve, Alex, and Marty appearing instead, since you said this when you said Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Also, where are the Croods? Madagascar, Turbo, the Bee from B-Movie? What about Moses?
I remember that I'm with my brothers, and that when we come together, there is nothing that we can't do.
Look, coming together is great, but there are many things that remain undoable no matter how synchronized you are, like using a noodle fork to eat a 3-ton boulder in less than 5 minutes, or swimming to Pluto, or making fun of Taylor Swift publicly and surviving it.
But what do all those things have to do with this movie specifically?
The Fun Boy!
The Fun Boy? Is that a f boy pun? I swear that's a f boy pun. Now I just want a full movie about Clay's exploits off the stage.
Probably be too boring since Clay is later involved in the boring parts of the mini golf course later on in the film.
We're experiencing some stuff.
Thing I was told when my last Southwest Airlines flight was delayed by 5 hours somehow makes it into the script.
Jimmy says something random cliche.
We're not in sync. We've gone from boys to men, and now there's only one direction for us to go. The back streets.
The movie imagines that this boy band punning is so good that they will bring it back later to close the movie with it. That's just another level of living on Dream Street.
Well, yeah, that is what happens at the end. And also, just because you don't like it doesn't mean others do as well, so I'll give this my award.
Who the f chose this font and color for the title? I can barely read what I'm assuming says Barred Together. Even Yellow Comic Sans would have been better than this.
Well, it says Band Together, and I was able to figure out it said that when I first saw it. So...
The movie doesn't expand on the culinary arts of the Charnot or the Narnar.
Well, yeah, since those are not important to the story being told here.
You could say that again.
Well, it only took us 10 minutes to hit our first glitter vomit. And if I'm being honest, I'm surprised we didn't have it by minute 3 or 4. That's some nice restraint, movie. I'd love to not sin you, but unfortunately, I do not have any of that.
Sinning something you like.
Bergen beat asking the hard questions, but refusing to do the journalistic research necessary to answer them.
See what I said 2 sins ago.
Dear John Dory, I'm being held against my will by Superstar's Velvet and Veneer.
Memorizing a letter word for word for your exposition dump instead of just summing up what it said.
Well, yeah, since the movie needs to set up its conflict of Floyd having been taken by Velvet and Veneer and give context on it.
You don't get it. You don't have any siblings.
Thinking someone can't understand something they don't have personal experience with.
Well, even though we later meet Viva, it is true that someone wouldn't be able to relate to something without the same experience as someone else.
Eat Rhonda, y'all! Ain't she a beaut?
No, she looks like AI tried to make a copy of the cat bus from My Neighbor Totoro.
Why are you pronouncing his name like that? It's pronounced Totoro.
Today, on a very special episode of The Bop on Top.
Shooting the bop on top in 4:3 aspect ratio. I need my bops in widescreen, no matter their relative vertical position.
Well, this is being shown from the perspective of a TV program, hence the ratio being shown here.
If we're gonna make it through the Rage Dome show, we're gonna need more troll.
Little known fact, we're gonna need more troll was briefly...
Next.
Okay, I cannot with her.
Funny, because I cannot with this entire movie.
Well, that's just your opinion on this movie, so I'll be giving this my award.
At the end of this sad song, we will see that Crimp here was playing the ukulele for this impromptu ballad she wouldn't have known was coming. Well, I heard all sorts of instrumentation, so where's the rest of your hidden band, Crimp?
But we really just heard the ukulele there, so what's your point, Chair?
With the speed and swerviness that Rhonda runs in this movie, we should not cut inside to a calm conversation. We should cut inside to an absolute disaster area and possibly a dead troll or two.
Similar to what I said in the video for the bad guys, that's not going to be shown on screen since this is an animated family movie, Jeremy.
And I'm on a man-sized rite of passage.
My man-sized rite of passage mostly involved my older friends tricking me into stripping,
Next.
So is no one going to talk about why this tiny, extendable driver's wheel is built into this vehicle that is also apparently the insides of a sentient transportation pet of some sort?
Well, as shown in the movie, the steering wheel does help the trolls in guiding Rhonda to whatever direction they need to be going in.
Oh, the wedding wasn't just an excuse to shoehorn these characters in for a single scene? We're actually going to shoehorn them into the rest of the movie as well? Character bloat, thy name is animated sequels.
Well, that's happened with other animated sequels, such as the 2 SpongeBob sequels giving Sandy more screen time than she had in the first film.
Hey guys, looks like I found some fellow rock climbers.
You are not rock climbing, you are pastel macaroni climbing.
Actually, those look more like pool noodles, Jer.
This is my wife and business partner, Brandy. She is my soulmate, my very tall soulmate. But we make it work.
Scene does not contain diagrams and or visual proof of how these two make it work.
Well, yeah, since these kinds of movies don't show that kind of thing.
We're here because we need to hit the perfect family harmony.
Oh no, you're still going on about that?
Yes, he is, much to my chagrin. And I expect he will continue to go on about it for the next hour.
Well, yeah, since part of John's character arc is that as leader, he wants Brozone to be perfect before he decides to let go of that at the end.
Alright, fine. But this is more than likely beneath me.
What Anna Kendrick muttered while agreeing to do a third one of these things somehow makes its way into the script.
Probably not, since she's enjoyed being in these movies.
That you're breaking the fourth wall to try to get us excited that Timberlake is singing boy band songs again?
No, that she's getting to see Brozone perform live.
Don't make that noise, please. I don't need to have thoughts about troll sex.
Says the guy who asked for visual proof of that between Bruce and Brandy earlier in the video.
The movie is now having a sentient pile of old school Amazon packing fillers sing Dolly Parton's 9 to 5. And you're expecting me to not sin this?
Well, you do sin it, but why? You don't give us any explanation.
Do you want to lose all this and go back to the dark place where we had nothing?
Please, sir, I want some more.
Saying you had nothing and then immediately undercutting your point by imagining yourself saying you want more of, well, I don't know what used to be in those bowls, but it wasn't nothing.
That's true, but when Velvet said that, she was implying that she and Veneer grew up poor, even though he tells her they actually grew up rich.
Thunder drawers.
Sentient stench ghosts.
Pointing things out on the screen.
Oh, they pressed the kill time by having fun with different animation styles so your movie can hit feature length button.
Yeah, so?
Also reminding me Yellow Submarine exists and how much I'd rather be watching that movie instead of this one.
Okay, I know this movie isn't for everyone, but whether you like it or not, you still need to be watching it in order to find mistakes, Jeremy.
Oh my gosh, hello!
And this will turn out to be Poppy's long-lost sister that no one was even looking for because of course it is.
See what I said 2 sins ago.
We call burgers?
Meat circles.
Wendy's deniers.
Jeremy says something random cliche.
Am I the only one without a long-lost sibling?
No, you're just the only one without a reason to be in this half of the movie.
Well, the whole reason why Tiny Diamond went on this journey is that he wants to be treated like an adult, and he wants to prove that he's grown up.
I've always dreamt of having a sister. I was just saying this. Wasn't I just saying this?
Yes, you were. And in the real world, we would call that a coincidence. But in a movie, we just call it forced foreshadowing or forced shadowing for short.
Well, it's kind of both, since not only did Poppy say that, but this was also foreshadowed by an expression on Peppy's face when she said that.
It wouldn't be a DreamWorks animated film without a cartoon crack shot.
Well, yeah, that has been shown in other movies they've made, but not every DreamWorks movie has shown that.
I have been by your side from the moment we...
Skip!
Really? You're skipping over this touching moment of Poppy telling Branch she'll always be by his side? Well, not only will I give you these many sins for that, but I'm also going to say that I agree with what you say here in the second sentence, Fiction Boy.
Poppy and Branch are trapped here down by the bottle, but in the next shot, they somehow throw the stretchy hands with perfect aim straight up 50 feet up through the vent to ascend, and I'd just like to say that cartoons sure do get away with a lot of bullshit.
Well, yeah, since cartoons can do such feature things that can't happen in the real world, and I feel like you should know that at this point, Jeremy.
Deus Ex Vivina.
But we already met Viva earlier, so this is not a Deus Ex Machina.
You're Poppy's sister? That makes us best friends too.
It does not.
Yes, it does, since Poppy and Bridget are close friends and love each other like sisters.
There isn't a chance in the hell that is this movie that these scissors could cut through, well, anything these Bergens wouldn't be able to escape from themselves.
He says while showing Viva cutting the blue rope easily with the scissors.
Not only are they stealing talent from Brozone, now they're stealing my Rainbow Road strategy from Mario Kart 64, you bastards!
Well, that's about you, so I think I'll give this my award.
We'll follow your lead, Branch.
Wow, if you'd done that an hour ago, this movie might be over by now.
Well, they still needed to save Floyd, and also, that's character development.
Come on, man, wake up.
Movie thinks I'm invested enough in these characters to believe it has the guts to kill one of them.
Well, you may not be, but that doesn't mean that others don't have the opposite feelings, so this therefore isn't a sin of this movie.
We may not be the new kids on the block anymore, but I'm loving this new edition of us.
This callback puns on for all the some time and thinks we will just take that. That sole decision alone is just crazy town.
Well, you don't have to, but that doesn't mean that others can't. And here's the result, everybody. This in total was 132, and the sentence will be talent being drained. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.